Hi again. Welcome to vlog 3 from waveplace. In the last one, I was saying that I wasn't a big fan of proper prior planning. Now, obviously, there are times when you need to do this. When you're packing for a trip, for example, you can't always just roll with it, and you can obviously create problems for yourself when you haven't thought things through to begin with. In my professional life, which is I'm a computer software developer, there is a paradigm shift that is described by two terms. One is agile, which means lightweight, adaptable to change, and does not focus on prior planning. It really focuses on continual testing and revising. And then the other paradigm is called waterfall. And the reason it's called waterfall is that it goes in one direction. The water comes from the top and it goes down and never goes back. Now, at top is the planning phase. And so software that is made with a waterfall model has the planning first and then the doing. But while you're doing it, what happens is, while you're doing it, you realize things that you couldn't have anticipated. And this is the reason why proper prior planning is a flawed model. You can never fully anticipate not only the demands or the problems that occur while you're doing it, you can also never fully anticipate the opportunities, the different ways of connecting with your audience, in this case, children. So you're working with kids, and you find out, this kid really likes this or likes that, and then you adapt what you're doing to the kid. You improvise. And while this might be scary for a lot of people, to do what I do, which is essentially I walk into a room having no idea what I'm going to do. I mean, yeah, okay, I know I'm going to do lesson 1 today, but I have no idea how I'm going to do it today. I went down to Charlotte a couple of weekends ago with really no idea how I was going to condense this course for 3 days. And, did I spend a lot of time thinking about how I was going to do it beforehand? No, I probably spent about 10 minutes, which I know is probably blasphemy, but it worked, and this is something that, with the right kind of discipline, not the figure everything out in advance, make a plan, don't deviate from the plan discipline, but instead there's a different kind of discipline, which is, well, for one thing, I would say the most important thing is trust yourself. Trust that you will figure out things and that the result will be better than you could have planned. This is always true. All right, is it true that somebody will get up there and they'll look like they're on stage and they'll be like, and then they'll, yes, of course, this will definitely happen. You see, but that's not a result of lack of planning. That's a result of fear and lack of experience. I mean, point at the thing that's the real problem, not, the solution, or the perceived solution, which is, if we'd only rehearse our lines, we'd get them right every time. Yeah, but if we rehearse our lines, we're never going to say anything new. We're not going to be able to adapt. And that's ultimately what we're trying to teach our children, is how to adapt to change, how to come up with solutions on their own. This is the essence of what we need to do with our children. If all we do is teach them how to recite the correct answers, then they're going to spend the rest of their lives waiting for someone else to tell them the answer, waiting for someone else to tell them what to do. And that, it's the tyranny of the right answer. Good dog, bad dog. And, I talk about this kind of thing a lot, but it really is the crux. It is the thing that we need to focus on. You know, if you want to raise a society of ditto heads who, you know, read their talk radio website and recite what the guy in charge said, then you can do proper prior planning prevents poor performance. But if you want to raise a society of people that thinks for themselves, that does not trust what someone says without first incorporating it into who they are, that's the essence of constructionism, the idea of constructing your knowledge from your own foundation. And that requires relevance. It requires freedom. It requires confidence to say, I might be the only person in the world that disagrees, but I disagree. And here's why. Or to be the person who, you know, you got 15 people standing around a broken pipe, watching the water pour out into the street, and being the only person who rolls up their sleeves and gets some duct tape and makes it and fixes it. You know, those elements require confidence, require initiative, require courage. Because when everyone around you is doing one thing, and you're the one who's not doing what they're doing, it's hard. But this is exactly what we need to be teaching our children. And this is how waveplace, you know, I mean, more than anything, you know, the mentors can watch the videos. It's not e-toys. The workshops are not about e-toys. They're not about laptops. They really aren't. What they are is setting the tone. You go down, and a trainer makes mistakes on purpose. Or I shouldn't say on purpose, because that's not really a mistake. You know, it's not a show. It's real. So what you do is you just go in there and you wing it. And I know I'm actually doing my job when people in the audience correct me. And I go, oh, yeah, okay, there you go. Confusion is good. And because mistakes are essential. They are essential to learning. You know, a true learning environment is one where you make mistakes all day long and you're not penalized for it. This is how we learn when we're young. You know, somewhere along the line, we have to get an A. And that is what destroys confidence. Or at least destroys initiative. It destroys free thought. It destroys something. I don't know what exactly it is, but it sets people on the path towards increasing specialization, so all they know how to do is turn their wrench at the right time on the assembly line of society. And am I exaggerating? You know, of course, I'm exaggerating. I'm always exaggerating. But the essence of the point is confusion is good. It is the place where learning starts. It is not wrong to be confused, whether you're a teacher or you're a student. If you come across something that you don't know how to do, you say it right out loud, I don't know. But let's find out together. And then the students and the teacher are on the same playing field, and they're moving forward toward a collective common goal. And this is what prevents people for real life, prepares people for real life. You know, and I think, given the nature of what I do for a living, which is software development, I spend most of my time finding my own mistakes. Mistakes, you know, bugs, are a part of just, you know, you can't expect to get everything right all the time. We can't expect our children to get everything right all the time. And please, let's not hold some big, scary abstraction over their head. This is going on your permanent record. If you don't get A's, you're not going to do this, and then you're not going to do this, and then you're not going to do this. Well, guess what? You're going to get a portion of the kids who tune out, who say, I'm not good at this, or I don't like this, and then you get a portion of the kids who just kind of, you know, learn the dance steps without enjoying them, and neither is what we want. Anyway, that's enough rambling and ranting for one vlog, and I'll see you in the next one.